Well, Miles, thanks for being with us this week. And, well, you've had a great season so far. Longmont's having a good season. And how much fun are you having so far this spring?
I'm having a ton of fun. I love track. Track's a great time. It's a really chill sport, and I love it. It's one of my favorite sports.
Well, tell us what you're doing so far this spring. I mean, you've had some good things. Fifth in the state last year in the discus, but you're getting even better, aren't you?
Yeah, last year I placed fifth in state, and I threw 155.4. And then I was the only event I did was discus. And then this year I threw shot put as well. And in discus this year I threw 169.8 or 169.6, and that puts me number 1 in 4A, number 2 overall. And I've thrown shot put. I threw 48.11 this past meet. That's a PR for me, and I'm ranked top 10 in the state for 4A.
Wow. So you've got an opportunity to win a couple of state medals this year, next month, the state meet. I know your coach likes that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my coach loves that, definitely.
You play other sports here at Longmont as well. You're on the football team. Talk about that experience as well as being on the basketball team.
Yeah, football was great this year. We end up second in conference. Actually, it was a three-way tie for first, and by a tiebreaker, Windsor won the conference championship. But anyways, that's a sore subject. But it was a really good football season this year. I got all conference and Northern Conference athlete or defensive player of the year and all area and stuff. It was a really good season. We made the first round of playoffs but lost. And basketball, I actually decided to play basketball last minute. I called the coach. So it was actually after tryouts, I was like, "Hey, coach, can I try out for you?" And he's like, "Yeah." Coach Klaus said he was great. He said yes, and I tried out, made the team. I didn't get a lot of minutes, but I still had fun with the guys, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you being a senior, I'm sure that was a fun opportunity for you to just add that other sport and just have that other experience before you leave.
Oh yeah, it was terrific. I loved it.
How much have you enjoyed being an athlete here at Longmont High School? I mean, there's a lot of tradition here at Longmont, and you being involved in some different sports. How much fun have you had?
I love playing sports here. All the coaches are great. Like, there's not a bad coach we have here, and they're all so much fun. And like with our coaches, we have such good relationships with them, and just being an athlete here is awesome. And so there's so much tradition, there's so much pride in everything we do, and the expectations are really high, so it makes it fun too.
Yeah,
it's good.
Well, tell me, your athletic history. I mean, what kind of sports have you played, starting from when you were young? What got you involved in different sports?
When I was younger, obviously, you always play soccer when you're younger. So I played soccer and I played t-ball, and I didn't play football actually until 6th grade, and I did basketball, and I didn't do track until 6th grade as well. And so then middle school, I did track and football and basketball and wrestling and all that. But high school, I started high school, and I played football, basketball, and I ran track. And I kind of dwindled out of basketball my junior year. I stuck with just track and football, and I fell in love with those two sports. And fortunately, I get to play at next level, which is awesome in those two sports. And and I played basketball this year, so that's kind of a little bit of my history of sports.
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit later. You are going to the Air Force Academy. I want to ask you about that in a little bit. But talk about, first off, going to the next level and being able to compete there. You're going to do football as well as track at Air Force?
Yeah, I actually got called by a football coach, and he said the Air Force wanted me to play football for them. And then the track coach called me and said, "Hey, you can come throw track for us too." Yeah. So I was all in for that. I'm like more excited and nervous because it's a new experience. It's going to be a whole lot faster. Everyone's going to be a whole lot bigger, and I'm excited for the challenge. And I honestly cannot wait.
You will not have to change your color scheme though. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that is true. Yes.
Well, tell us what you like to do outside of athletics. I mean, everybody around here knows you as an athlete. What do you like to do when you're not involved in sports?
To be honest, I like going for drives and going in the mountains and I like hiking. Hiking's fun, and I like playing Monopoly and just like little board games and hanging out with my family and just doing stuff like that.
Yeah, we typically ask about the future, and you are going to the Air Force Academy. Tell us how you came up with that decision, because that's a pretty big commitment. To go to the Air Force Academy, that's more than just 4 years, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 5 years after if you don't want to fly, but I want to be a pilot, so it's a 10-year commitment after that. And I was actually because during the springtime of your junior year, a lot of the college coaches come in. The Air Force coach came, and I was, I talked to the coach a little bit. He told me about Air Force, and after that I was sold. I wanted to be in our military. I wanted to serve our country, and while doing that, I wanted to play some sports, and I loved it. It just worked out perfectly.
Did you have any thoughts of doing that before you had met him? I mean, was that something that you thought about being a pilot or anything like that?
Yeah, I tossed around the idea of doing ROTC, which is you're pretty much in the Air Force at a college, and I wanted to do that. And when the Air Force coach came along, it just made everything that much easier to pick.
Well, how excited are you to get going there? I mean, that like I said, it is a big commitment, but it's got to be fun, and knowing that you're going to have some structure and you've got things laid out for the next several years.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Actually, I report June 26th for basic training, and that's the 5.5 week thing down at the academy. And that's going to be cool. I don't get my phone, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. But it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be definitely facing a lot of adversity, but I'm going to get through it, and it's going to be good.
Well, awesome. Well, before you go there, obviously, you want to finish up here. I know you're getting some senioritis. I had that when I was in high school as well. But you want to finish strong here in track. Talk about your goals here in the last month or so of the season.
My goal is to be the number one thrower in the state in all classifications. I want to break our school record, which is 182 inches. So if I get 183 inches, I'm perfectly satisfied. And on shot put, I mean, obviously I want to win state, but yeah, that's my goal. I want to win state in both events this year.
Awesome. We wish you a lot of luck and the Trojans a lot of luck this spring, and hopefully things go well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you.